Introduction. Credit report is a dreaded word. No matter how big a businessman you are or how small a salary you earn, credit reports hold the reins for every financial movement in your life. Starting from loans to credit cards to financing your education, everything puts a credit report at the heart of it. No matter how hard you try to wiggle out of it, you will find no compassion in financial institutions when it comes to your credit report. A bad credit report can cost you lots and lots of money in your lifetime. You will end up paying higher insurance premiums and higher loan interests. Not just that, you may be asked to pay a security amount by many companies before you take a phone connection, gas connection, etc. A credit report that does not look good can hold you back from achieving some major life goals, like buying your dream car, owning a house, or retiring in time. The effects of bad credit are far-flung, and not only does it spell doom for us in numerous ways, it can also be the cause of embarrassment in many situations. Think of walking up to a sales executive to sign up for a phone contract, only to realize that you have a bad credit score, which means you must make an upfront payment, or else you will not be eligible. That is not the kind of situation that any of us would want to be in. While our credit report is a reflection of our financial transactions, good and bad, sometimes our credit report may not be as accurate as it should be. That is where credit repair comes in. Agencies across the nation have been promising credit repair, and the ways in which they can make everything right for you. I am not going to say that their promises are baseless. Many credit repair agencies are very helpful and have the ability to resolve many problems in your credit report. I will discuss what credit repair is and how you can repair your credit with the help of an agency or on your own. This will help you understand credit reports in a better way, and you will be able to manage your credit report in a smarter way as well. In addition to this, you will also be able to assess the problems in your credit report and look for ways in which you can fix or repair those problems that show up in your credit report. In the absence of clear understanding, you may feel that you are caught in the web of bad credit and poor scores, but what you may not know is that everything which shows on your credit card is not your fault. A lot of people find their credit reports to be erroneous. Sometimes the same charge may show up on your credit report multiple times, reducing your points unwantedly. And sometimes an outdated charge may show up which needs to be removed from your report. While these are just two examples of what could go wrong, there are many other possibilities which are pulling down your credit score for wrong or inaccurate reasons. Because of lack of knowledge about credit reports, we end up leading a life where we pay higher interests and premiums, instead of trying to find out whether we should really be subjected to such financial harshness or not. Find out all you need to know about credit repair and how it helps you and why it is important for you. We will also talk about the agencies that offer credit repair services and how reliable they are when it comes to repairing your credit successfully. With credit repair gaining more importance, many agencies have cropped up that promise a bright future for your credit report. Reading between the lines to find out if they will be able to accomplish what they promise is an important task for every person who wishes to take the help of an agency for their credit repair services. Knowing everything about credit repair is the best way to deal with it correctly. We will discuss every aspect of credit repair, starting with what exactly is credit repair and what entails a repair in your credit report. What is credit repair? Credit repair has become an important step for a healthy financial life. Think of credit report bureaus trying to gather information for millions of Americans. With an average person having credit cards, loans, contracts, and utilities to pay for, data must be collected from each source accurately and with the least number of errors. It is a complex system, and it requires a lot of information to flow in from numerous companies. In all these complexities, credit report bureaus try to function in the best possible way and reduce all kinds of errors. But can we be assured that our credit report is error-free? One of the reports showed that almost 79% of consumers have an error in their credit report. Many of these people have potentially damaging errors, which can be hurting their credit scores. If we do not do anything about it, then these inaccuracies continue to ding us in every step that we take in our financial lives. You are legally entitled to certain standards related to credit repair. Your credit repair report must be 100% accurate. It must be entirely fair and fully substantiated. If your credit report is a reflection of all these, then you have nothing to worry about. But if it fails any of these standards, then you have an inaccurate report which must be corrected. The successful credit repair will take all of these into account. A recent study conducted by the Federal Trade Commission showed that at least 1 in 5 people in America have an error in at least one of their credit reports. If you have any item in your credit report that does not meet the standards, then you must consider credit repair. You can choose to repair your credit yourself or take the help of a professional in doing so. If you feel that the impact of the inaccuracy is massive, then you may want to consider professional help. This ensures that you are able to correct it with less hassle, but that depends entirely on the amount of legwork you are willing to do for your credit report. You will also have to be careful with the agency that you choose for your credit repair. There are many agencies that can promise to repair your credit. They may accomplish the task for you in a certain level as well, but a good agency will help you by removing all inaccuracies in your report and ensure that you will be able to secure loans in the future without being turned down too many times. Let me help you understand your rights. Once you know what you are entitled to, you will be able to work towards repairing your credit. Remember this, that credit repair only has the ability to repair something that is inaccurate or erroneous. There is no agency that can change information which is accurate. Any negative information cannot be removed from your report before time either. So if you decide to repair your credit because an unpaid loan is reflecting on your report, and you are responsible for it, then there is nothing that can be done about it. Now, to talk of rights, every person is entitled to a free credit report if a company denies your application for credit, insurance, and the like. You can ask the company for a report within 60 days of receiving the notice. You can also get a free credit report if you are unemployed, or if you are living on welfare. In addition to this, if your report is inaccurate because of reasons like fraud and identity theft, then you can also ask for a free credit report. The 3 credit reporting companies that monitor your credit scores and are responsible for your credit reports are Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. All these companies are required to provide you with a credit report once in every 12 months if you ask for it. You can order the report from all 3 of the companies at the same time, or you can request a different credit report at different times in the year. Another important thing about your credit report is that there is no cost attached to disputing an error or an outdated item in your credit report. It is the responsibility of the credit reporting company, as well as the company that has provided them with inaccurate information, to correct the mistakes. You can contact the credit reporting company and the company that is providing inaccurate information to get it resolved. I have had many people come up to me because they did not really understand every aspect of their credit report clearly. An easy example of the inaccuracy is when your account has been sold to different debt collectors. Your credit report may show the same thing multiple times because it was reported by different collectors. It is accurate because it is being reported by all the collectors, but it is not fair because the same account should not be the reason why your credit score goes down several times. This is one of the inaccuracies that may show on your report, but there are several other types of inaccuracies which can create a problem for your report. Identifying them successfully and choosing the right path to get success is the most important step toward a better credit report in the future. There are many people who use credit repair companies, and I completely understand their reason for doing so, especially if they do not understand credit reports very well. But you do have the option to do it on your own as well. Your choices will depend upon the impact an inaccuracy may be having on your credit report and the complexities of that error. Now let us look at the help you can get from credit repair agencies and whether you require one or not. The reality behind credit repair companies. If you heeded the advice of a credit expert, then you would know that only time, effort, and a good plan to repay your debts is the best way to improve your credit worthiness. There is nothing that a credit repair company can do which you cannot do on your own. For those who are thinking, can a credit repair company improve your score? The answer is that they may be able to do it, but that is based on whether there is something on your report that is inaccurate or not. Your credit worthiness cannot be changed by any company if all the information on the report is accurate, fair, and substantiated. So if you walk into a credit repair agency where they promise to remove negative information from your report, even though it is accurate, and they would like you to pay for it up front, then you just walked into a scam. Such companies want your money, and they will not be doing anything about your credit worthiness. So there is no point in wasting time and money on a company that looks too good to be true. A lot of people lose lots of money to such agencies. The Federal Trade Commission warns people against such agencies and advises them to trust in only those credit repair companies that are approved by the government. Some of the signs of companies that are going to take your money and do nothing about your credit worthiness are: they will ask for money up front for their services. This means you will have to pay even before you notice a difference in your reports. Companies like these do not disclose your legal rights. They will suggest that you do not contact the credit bureau directly. Such companies may advise you to take steps that are illegal. Some of the most common things that they may recommend are to create a new credit identity, or to dispute all the information mentioned on your credit report, even if the information is correct. If you notice any of these signs, then you may be caught up with the wrong company. Credit repair companies are also bound by law to provide certain details to you. Under the Federal Credit Repair Organizations Act, a credit repair company must be able to provide you with a detailed written contract that outlines the services that they will perform. This contract includes a 3-day right to cancel it without any charges. In addition to this, the contract will clearly state the time it will take to see the results in your report. It will also disclose the total cost that you will incur for the service provided by the company, and the contract will have clear details about any guarantees. Credit repair companies cannot charge you up front. It is illegal for them to do so. This is why the charges are outlined in the contract. So there is no magic potion that the credit repair agencies are going to use to better your credit worthiness. With credit reports being of utmost importance to every consumer, bad credit becomes a huge problem, and the number of credit repair agencies has grown in time, and today there is an entire industry that offers credit repair services. One of the factors on which the credit repair companies rely is the complexity of a credit report. The companies sell their services based on your credit report and the complications involved in assessing a report. Your credit score is based on all the data that is fed to the credit reporting agencies. Every financial step you take is recorded by the credit reporting agencies, which ultimately forms your credit score. This score determines whether you will be eligible to take out a loan or not. Every creditor will assess the credit score in their own way. It will depend on their appetite for risk, whether they consider you eligible for credit or not. A credit report does not depend on your income. What makes the difference is how you pay the bill. If you have paid your bills on time, then your scores will be better. But if you did not pay them on time, then you will notice negatives on your credit report, which lead to a bad score. Your credit information is analyzed differently by each lender or creditor. There are a lot of factors that affect the score, and many of us end up taking steps in the mistaken belief that it will help in improving our scores. You must understand that the entire credit system is built to support creditors and consumers. The system functions on trust and the integrity of the information that is provided. If you try to remove accurate data with the help of false means, then it undermines the whole system. This is exactly why creditors are bound by law to report correct and accurate information regarding your account. It is illegal for them to remove negative information which is correct from your report. The system is built to allow lenders to make sound decisions regarding the consumers that they are about to lend money to or give credit to. This is exactly where most credit repair agencies fail and may scam you. If information on your credit report is accurate, there is nothing that can change it. Falsification of the report can only cause further problems for you. The company may vanish into thin air before you realize it, but you will end up bearing the risks even further. Credit repair companies that can help you are those that are authorized by the government and ensure that they follow the rules outlined by law. If they sound too ambiguous and promise things that may not be achievable, then the reality behind that credit repair company is, while they have a representative scamming you into paying lots of money for magical results on your credit report, they have another one at the back of the office, packing up everything for them to run away before you realize what happened. So if you do choose to look for a credit repair company to help you, then choose wisely and take your time to choose. Ask them enough questions and understand the methodologies that they use when it comes to repairing your credit. If you get the feeling that they may end up involving you in illegal activities, say your goodbyes and look for another credit repair company, one that does not ask you to take the path down criminal lanes. Having bad credit does not make you a criminal, but choosing to correct it by illegal means can make you a criminal, and a criminal report will show on your credit report, and more often than not it stays there forever, unlike bad accounts which get wiped away after a certain period of time. Make sure you think with a clear head, and do not end up feeling all good about starting fresh with a new identity. Scamming companies will make you feel that it is the best way to put your credit report straight. Just a few numbers here and there, a change in the Social Security number, or a fake ID can sound perfect for some people who have been dealing with bad credit reports. But just as bright as they look, they can be very dark and bleak when things come out in the open. If you were identified as a person faking your identity, the repercussions can be far worse than bad credit. So it is better to avoid such scamming companies. Most of the legal credit repair companies may not sound as promising as the fake ones, but the point is that your credit report cannot be fixed overnight. There is a lot of work that is required in the background. The companies need to make a lot of calls and get a lot of information corrected. All that information has to be passed on to all the people involved in putting your credit report right. Starting from the company that gave the wrong information to the credit reporting agency that has registered the wrong information, correct details must reach all of them so that your credit report can be fixed. This is the main reason why people hire a company. People who are doing work like this are professionals. They already know whom to contact and what kind of papers to ask for. We, on the other hand, are not used to that kind of thing, so we do not know what kind of information may be needed, or the right people to talk to in a company, or the people who can help in a credit reporting agency. So professionals from credit repair companies can be very helpful, but you have to tread carefully and make the right choices when it comes to trusting a credit repair company. While we know that companies can help, I also know that there are many people who would prefer doing the job themselves. So let us look at ways in which you can perform a credit repair yourself. How to help yourself. Credit repair can be a daunting task, but if you think that you will not be able to pay for the credit repair services, then the good news is that you can repair your credit report yourself, and for free. I am not going to promise simplicity in what you do, but I can tell you that it is achievable without help from professionals. But the more complex the inaccuracy on your report, the more difficult it can be to get it repaired. To begin with, you must take advantage of the free credit report that is available to you from the 3 different companies. If you request one copy from one of the companies every 4 months, you will be able to monitor your credit report more closely. So request your report and audit it carefully to look for mistakes. Mistakes could be anything from outdated information to multiple negatives for the same account. You have to look at all of it closely. Let me break down a credit report in terms of details for you. You will notice the following sections in your credit report. 1. Personal identification. Your personal details like addresses, your name, Social Security number, and even your employment history is noted here. 2. Types of accounts. From revolving accounts to loans and joint accounts, everything is noted here in this section. 3. Collections. A crucial part of the credit report is the accounts that may be in collections. Look carefully and check for incorrect information or the same account coming up more than once in this section. 4. Public records. Your financial obligations will show here. 5. Consumer statement. Information linked to disputes shows here. So if you are disputing with your lender on the status of an account, then it will show here. 6. Hard credit inquiries. If you apply for new credit or new services, then such details appear under this section. 7. Soft credit inquiries. These show requests from lenders who sent you an offer. It also includes your request for a report. Now that you know what you should expect when you see a credit report, I will talk about the things that you need to pay careful attention to. First of all, look for missed payments. This is the most important thing in your credit report because your payment history plays a crucial role in deciding your credit score. This means that all past due payments and missed payments will have a negative effect on your score. If you notice incorrect information on your report related to payments, then you must dispute the inaccuracy. This will involve talking to the lender about why the reports do not agree regarding the payment. Now you must remember that old credit accounts with a good credit history can be beneficial to you. The account proves that you have managed your credit well for a substantial period of time. If you end up closing an old credit account where you had good standing, it will not reflect in future credit reports, which will hamper your credit worthiness. So if you are thinking of closing an account, make sure you weigh the pros and cons before you decide to close it. Your credit worthiness also increases when you have a variety of accounts showing up in your report. It is proof that you have the ability to manage a mix of accounts, so you will be able to handle credit in a better way. Your credit worthiness also increases in time when you take out loans or get a new credit card. While credit worthiness does suffer in the very beginning, it increases after you have made your payments for a period of time because your payment history gets a boost. Another thing that you would want to keep in mind is that you must utilize less than 30% of your available credit on a revolving account. So limit your use of the credit card to about 30% of your actual limit. If you have used more than this, consider asking for an increase in your credit limit or paying more on the credit card so that you are at 30% or lower when it comes to the amount you have utilized. This will also help you pay more easily on your credit card, keeping your payment history clean. Now, a crucial step toward repairing your credit is disputing the errors on your report. There is no charge involved in disputing an inaccuracy. If you are going to dispute an error yourself, then you can do it in many ways. But the best way to begin is by calling up the credit bureau. You will notice the phone number is mentioned on the report. For those who find apps to be easier, you can dispute the information with the help of one of the apps from the 3 credit reporting agencies. Usually, you have to ask only one credit bureau to dispute the incorrect information on your behalf, and if the information is corrected by the lender, then the credit reporting company will automatically update the correct information on their records. The lender is also required to provide the updated information regarding your credit to all credit reporting companies to which they provide the information. There are many people who feel that they may end up hurting their credit score if they dispute any information, but this is not true at all. In fact, you are hurting your score by not disputing an error. In addition to this, a few people also feel that if they dispute something on their credit report, that information will end up staying for a longer period of time on their report. But that is not true either. The idea of credit reports is to be fair to both parties, the creditors and you. So if you end up in a situation where you are unable to resolve the problem with your lender, then you have the option of adding a statement of dispute in your credit report. The statement of dispute should explain your predicament in 100 words. An easy example is, "Never missed a payment with this lender." Mention the name of the lender. Your credit reports will show this statement for the next 2 years, and it will be visible to all of them who have permission to view your report. Now, getting back to a disputed item. When you dispute any information on your credit report, the credit bureau will get in touch with the lender, who is required to respond to the dispute. If the lender fails to respond within 30 to 45 days, then the credit bureau will remove that item from your report. The credit reporting agency will notify you of the results of the dispute. If by chance you do not agree with the results, then you can contact the lender yourself and provide documentation that will support your cause. If you still need further help resolving the inaccuracies in your report, then it is advisable to visit a nonprofit credit counseling agency instead of a credit repair company. This will help you save money. Now, once you have successfully got an inaccuracy corrected on your report, make sure that you ask for a fresh credit report from all the 3 reporting companies after waiting for 3 to 4 weeks. Fresh reports will help you be sure that the items have been successfully removed or updated on your credit report. Once you have put things right, make sure that you pay all your bills on time to ensure your payment history gets a boost. Pay your bills on time and pay down debt as much as you can. But before you start any of it, make sure you spend as much as you can. Do not go over budget by any means. Going over your budget may force you to take out further credit, which will hurt your credit history before it gets a chance to be improved. Make sure that all your monthly bills are paid on time. Credit repair is easy if you have appropriate supporting documentation. For example, if you have an item on your credit report which needs to be paid by your separated partner, and you have documents proving it, then you can use that document to get that item removed from your report so that it does not affect you negatively. Make sure that all documents that you give to the lender or to the credit bureau are copies only and not the original documents. This will help you make your case stronger and get the inaccuracy removed from your report more quickly. The importance of credit repair. Credit repair becomes very important when you have a credit score which is lower than 600. While you may have started on a good score, you end up with a lower score when you are late on a payment, or a loan, or a mortgage. When your credit report is not good, it affects many areas of your life. Your loan applications may be considered risky if you have a low credit score. If the creditor does not want to take a lot of risk, then they may reject the loan application, or else they may allow the loan, but with a higher interest. Interest rates always depend on your credit scores. Lower scores mean more risk, which in turn increases the interest rates. When you repair your credit report, your score increases. This increase leads to lower interest rates. So if you plan to save some money, and you are aware of a problem in your report, then it is advisable that you report the error and get it corrected. You will also realize that insurance providers will charge you higher premiums because of the risk involved. A low credit score means higher risk for the insurance companies. Insurance providers depend on your financial record when they provide you with insurance. This is exactly why an inaccuracy in your report should never remain unattended. Your creditors rely on that information before providing you with insurance or a loan. If you wish to pay lower insurance premiums, then make sure that you repair your credit report in time. Most employers also require credit checks before they hire you. Very often, your credit history can mar your chances when it comes to getting a job at a good organization. A bad credit report makes them feel that you are careless and disorganized. So do not take chances when it comes to an inaccuracy, and make sure that you take necessary steps to repair it. When all of these come together, it only reduces your ability to save further for a better future. Higher premiums and higher interest rates only mean that you end up spending more and saving less. This reduces your chance to save up for important things in your life, and it drives you away from achieving the goal of a good life ahead. Credit repair is not difficult, and credit reporting agencies as well as lenders will be more than happy to listen to you if the error is genuine and it must be removed. At a time when many people take the wrong way to sort things out and get caught in the complexities of their own mistakes, choosing the right path is surprisingly easier and cleaner than you may realize. So look for ways to repair your credit the right way, and make sure that you do not leave inaccuracies on your report and depend on time to clean it up. You are responsible for each item on your report, and if there is an error, it is important that it is removed as well. The importance of credit repair. Credit repair becomes very important when you have a credit score which is lower than 600. While you may have started on a good score, you end up with a lower score when you are late on a payment, or a loan, or a mortgage. When your credit report is not good, it affects many areas of your life. Your loan applications may be considered risky if you have a low credit score. If the creditor does not want to take a lot of risk, then they may reject the loan application, or else they may allow the loan, but with a higher interest. Interest rates always depend on your credit scores. Lower scores mean more risk, which in turn increases the interest rates. When you repair your credit report, your score increases. This increase leads to lower interest rates. So if you plan to save some money, and you are aware of a problem in your report, then it is advisable that you report the error and get it corrected. You will also realize that insurance providers will charge you higher premiums because of the risk involved. A low credit score means higher risk for the insurance companies. Insurance providers depend on your financial record when they provide you with insurance. This is exactly why an inaccuracy in your report should never remain unattended. Your creditors rely on that information before providing you with insurance or a loan. If you wish to pay lower insurance premiums, then make sure that you repair your credit report in time. Most employers also require credit checks before they hire you. Very often, your credit history can mar your chances when it comes to getting a job at a good organization. A bad credit report makes them feel that you are careless and disorganized. So do not take chances when it comes to an inaccuracy, and make sure that you take necessary steps to repair it. When all of these come together, it only reduces your ability to save further for a better future. Higher premiums and higher interest rates only mean that you end up spending more and saving less. This reduces your chance to save up for important things in your life, and it drives you away from achieving the goal of a good life ahead. Credit repair is not difficult, and credit reporting agencies as well as lenders will be more than happy to listen to you if the error is genuine and it must be removed. At a time when many people take the wrong way to sort things out and get caught in the complexities of their own mistakes, choosing the right path is surprisingly easier and cleaner than you may realize. So look for ways to repair your credit the right way, and make sure that you do not leave inaccuracies on your report and depend on time to clean it up. You are responsible for each item on your report, and if there is an error, it is important that it is removed as well.